Hey, it's me, Ree, and I'm back. And so I bought some new art supplies, and I'm guessing by the title of this video that you probably already know what it is. It's the Milo Markers 48 set. So I got this set off of Amazon and I got it for $44.99. It has 48 colors, and of course these are alcohol-based markers, and they have a pointed brush nib and a chisel nib. And it even comes with a pretty sturdy carrying case. I don't really know if you want to call this a carrying case, but it's a nice little holder for your markers. It's kind of a multi-purpose box. At least you don't have to toss it away right away unless you have like some type of marker casing that you choose to put the markers in. Just from looking at it, it has a nice range of colors. I do see a nice selection of some pinks, some blues, some reds, and a lot of yellows. And since these colors look so good by the caps, I really want to test it out with some swatches. But first, let's check out the brush nib. So the brush nib looks pretty pointed, pretty long, longer than other markers that I have with the brush nib. And it also has an indicator for what side is the brush nib and a pretty standard chisel nib. I really couldn't wait to test out the brush nib, and I was so pleased by like the bounciness within the first stroke. I also loved how firm it felt. These markers definitely feel a lot more firm than my Spectrum Noir markers and a lot juicier than my Studio 771 markers. They just feel more high quality. These are probably the best brush markers that I had, but the only downfall that I could not stand is the chisel nib. The chisel nib literally just scratched at the paper with every stroke. It did not seem as if there was enough ink or something at the chisel nib. I really didn't understand what was going on with that. And as I was swatching these, I did notice that the caps pretty much did match the actual ink that was flowing in the markers pretty darn well. I did not see any that were completely too misleading. I mean, it might be some here or there, but overall, most of these were pretty spot on with the caps of the markers. And you know, that is my biggest pet peeve, is grabbing a marker and it is not the color that you expected it to be. That's why it is so important when you first get a set of markers to do your swatch sheets. Before I get into talking about the art, I really want to give a big shout out to Mimi S. I found her video a couple of days ago, and she has her own video about Black artists, and to my knowledge, I think she's the first one to put it out, because her video was from 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Like, she literally did it first, and YouTube's algorithm just did not let me know that she made her video when I was doing research for my video. So please go out there and support your girl Mimi, because she is phenomenal with her art. As her video will be linked in my description box, so please just go ahead and give her some love. So recently I got DM'd the question about how did I feel about the Black Lives Matter movement, and honestly, I am just so happy that people are bringing awareness to this. And yes, it really feels like 2020 is just getting worse by the minute, but hopefully at the end of this, at least we can have some type of positive ending to 2020. But bringing the video back to the review, I really did enjoy my experience with these Milo markers. I love the brush nib. I feel like it was the most high quality brush nib that I had, and I love the ink flow within the markers. I feel like every stroke with the marker really felt juicy. I didn't feel like it was I don't know, like the marker was fraying at all. It just felt really nice. The only thing that I dislike about the markers is the chisel nib. The chisel nib, like I said before, was very scratchy, and I use the chisel nib a lot in my art, and I felt like I was not able to use it at all. And I don't even think that I did use the chisel nib at all in this piece. So yeah, I really want to know how the pro markers are. And they didn't have any skin tone sets, and there was like barely any skin tones in this 48 piece set. There also wasn't a lot of pastel colors in this set. And the ones that they did have were very good. Maybe if there was a bigger selection of colors. Now on to last video's giveaway winner. I thank you all so much for entering into the giveaway, and I want to congratulate Android the Kid. That's Android the kid. Thank you all so much for entering. There will be more giveaways in the near future, probably closer than you think. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I love you guys and happy Juneteenth.